Councillor Joel Charles, it's Boxing Day, but Covid hasn't taken a break and you're very concerned about the figures for this area of Old Harlow and Newhall.
I'm deeply concerned that the infection rates in Old Harlow and Newhall are increasing, and there doesn't seem to be an end in sight yet to the peak of the infection rates. What I'm saying to Old Harlow residents and Newhall residents is that you must follow the government's public health guidelines. We have reached a target in terms of the ratios that the government looks at these matters, that Old Harlow and Newhall has reached over 1,000 cases per 100,000 of the population. That now equates to, and the numbers are still coming in, but we've reached 99 cases, so we're entering the fact that in Old Harlow and Newhall we're going to have 100 cases. I urge all residents, I know it is difficult because we are going through the festive period and people want to see their loved ones, we all do, but we must follow the public health guidelines to save lives.
Keeping to Old Harlow and Newhall for a second, have you any feel for why maybe this area is bigger with infection rates than the other area in Harlow?
One of my chief concerns is maintaining social distancing, and behind me is the Old Harlow High Street, where people are coming for their shopping and have been going to some of the small businesses to pick up bits and pieces for the Christmas break. What needs to happen here is good social distancing, and I welcome the fact that the Chief Executive of Harlow Council has been working with me to make sure that that becomes more of a reality. It's the education process that is really important. People cannot be complacent about this virus. It is not over yet. Yes, there is positive news that the vaccination is being rolled out, and that's great and that's a positive. But the fight against the coronavirus is not over, particularly here in Old Harlow and Newhall.
Can I just ask you as well then, you mentioned this, we're talking about health, but this is politics and health, isn't it? But you have Mark Hall Academy just around the corner, and Fulton Barnard, Harlowbury, you've got schools. Should in less than 9-10 days time, those people could be going back to what some people describe as COVID factories.
I think I would be abdicating my responsibilities if I did not say, given that we're on an upward trajectory in Old Harlow and Newhall, that we may have to look at, and I know people are fatigued by the restrictions, but we may have to look at additional restrictions to save lives in this community. That is my responsibility, along with all of the politicians in this town, irrespective of political colour, and the officers who are working day and night with health professionals and key workers to keep people safe. So I am afraid that I'm of the view at this moment in time that we may need to consider additional restrictions in Old Harlow and Newhall to keep the public safe.